finishing 4B. So after class today, you should be able to do the 4A2 fundamental and the 4B fundamental. So you might want to start working on that a little bit. And then I'm going to at least be able to preview a lab for you. That will not be homework. We'll work on it in class tomorrow also. Okay? Any questions about retakes or anything procedural?
I looked at fundamentals yesterday, and I forgot what the first one's called, but it wasn't open.
Okay, so that's a good point. Okay, let me show you on the shared screen that if you go to the fundamentals, and I talked about it a little bit in class, but there are two versions of the 4A. So there's 4A1, able to accurately draw a free body diagram, and then 4A2. So, those are both up there because they cover the same sort of stuff, and some teachers are having their students do both. But my classes, you only have to do 4A2 and then 4B and 4C. Does that deal with the problem?
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, any other questions?
I know that one take like.
Okay, good. Tara and Isaac, could you turn on your cameras, please? Alright, so we are going to go ahead and share my document camera. That we did last Friday, I believe, in this class, and we started with the question, what happens if forces are not at an angle? And when we have something that's not horizontal or vertical, we have to break it down into how much of it is horizontal and how much of it is vertical. So in order to know how to take forces apart, you also have to know how to put forces together. So even though you're not going to be testing on it, we went over how to put forces together a little bit here. And then this is the important part down here that we didn't finish, is to be able to break the forces down into their components. So what you do is you start by having your force that's at an angle, and then making a right triangle. So this should be a perpendicular, these two are perpendicular to each other. So that's a right angle right here. And then if you fill this in, understanding that the force here is up and to the right, part of the force is going to be up and part of the force is to the right. And then in order to figure out mathematically how much this is, because in vectors 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4. It could equal 4, but it could also equal 0, and it could actually equal any number in between those, depending on the angle. So we can't, these are not going to numerically add up the way we're used to seeing addition. So what we have to do is look at the sine, cosine, and tangent. One of the things to remember, I have this here, is the point of trigonometry is just that if you have any triangle, right triangle that has the same angle, the ratio of the sides are going to be the same. And that's basically what sine, cosine, and tangent are. It says if you're given an angle, then you know the ratio of the sides to each other. They're all going to be proportional. And the hardest part probably is figuring out which side is adjacent and which side is opposite. And when you think about adjacent is the one that touches the angle. Adjacent means next to. So this is the side that's next to the angle, actually touches that angle measurement there. And then the angle we call theta, and that is the opposite side is the one that doesn't touch the angle, that's opposite the angle. So Fy here is opposite our angle. So I guess I have it, well, it would be upside down, which doesn't work. And so the opposite is going to have the sine. And then if we go ahead and instead of opposite, we're going to use Fy. Instead of hypotenuse, we're going to use F. And if I was to solve this for x, y by multiplying both sides by x.